the BBC decided to organise a discussion about the recent developments related to GB News.
To talk about all of this, let's speak to Conservative MP Caroline Noakes, who is Chair of Parliament's Women and Equalities Committee, David Yelland, co-host of the BBC Sounds podcast, When It Hits the Fan, and Adam Bolton, broadcaster and political commentator. Welcome, all of you.
In fairness to Victoria, there is no way that anyone in the BBC Newsnight team could have possibly known that the first guest, the Chairman of Parliament's Women and Equalities Committee, has outspoken views on misogyny in the media, or that the other two guests had previously worked for Rupert Murdoch at the Sun and Sky News and had both commented disapprovingly about GB News. Here are some brief clips of how it went down.
And let me ask you all how you reacted when you watched the clip of Lawrence Fox and Dan Wootton.
Oh, look, I thought it was absolutely abhorrent. GB News purports to be a serious news broadcaster.
What did you think?
Well, I wouldn't have watched it until it was drawn attention to, but I wasn't surprised. And frankly, what Ofcom should do is shut it down, like it shut down RT.
I actually agree with Adam. I think it should be taken off air.
The right of the Conservative Party and in this country is coalescing around this TV channel. This is a very major thing that's happening here, or at least they hope it's going to be.
So Ofcom's not strong enough?
Ofcom clearly is not strong enough, no.
Clearly, editorial balance was maintained because, while two guests called for GB News to be shut down, David Yelland later posted a tweet where he didn't exactly say that it should not be closed down. But, by way of balance against the other two, neither did he say it should.
I will hardly ever agree with anything it says or does, but I refuse to back the call to close it on BBC Newsnight last night.
Yeah, here you have two men belittling, demeaning, seeking to humiliate a female journalist, which absolutely play into the cultural misogyny.
We were reminded that, for Ofcom, it often depends on who is being belittled. Here are two Sky News clips from when President Biden won an election with 81 million votes.
How much are we all going to miss Melania and that rictus grin?
If you found anyone that's going to miss Melania's rictus grin, I think you really need to check up on their emotional health, because that is not something that any of us are going to be missing.
I think there is a delicate and important broadcast ecology in this country, and I think it should be shut down because I think broadcasting is still important. I did ask myself why these people were on a purportedly serious news station at all.
And here is Adam when he was working for a purportedly serious news station.
So is this President Biden's moment at last? One man who thinks so. Perhaps this is former senior advisor Mo Vela, and he joins me now from Vermont. Thank you very much indeed for being with us, Mo. I mean, Mo, in the end, is it the shock, really, the horror of this coronavirus pandemic, which really makes this the moment for Joe Biden?
Well, I think it's a variety of issues and topics. I think, you know, there are those moments in life where you just look and you sit back and you can evaluate and assess, and you realize, wow, I think this person was being prepared for this moment in time. So it's more than just the coronavirus. I mean, Joe Biden's experience, his grace, his humility, his kindness, his empathy, all of these qualities and traits of who he is, we're all preparing him for this inflection point in American history, in my opinion. I've never seen a more vigorous man. He's in phenomenal shape, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. In every way you would want him to be fit, in every way you would want him to be prepared, and in every way you would want him to be qualified.
Oh God, why didn't anybody tell me?